Earth's oldest warning written in the sky. Long before telescopes, satellites, or science, the sky was already trying to tell us something, tracing a message so slow and vast that it blended into the background of everyday life. What appeared timeless and unchanging was, in fact, a record of danger, written not in words, but in motion, light, and repetition across thousands of years. To understand why this warning still matters today, we need to step back to a time when humanity first looked upward, not for exploration, but for survival. Ancient observers watched the sky with patient attention, tracking cycles of light and darkness, noting patterns that returned with unsettling regularity. These early records were not myths alone, but attempts to make sense of forces that could reshape life on Earth without warning. That instinct remains with us now, even as technology has replaced naked-eye observation. Modern civilization depends on the assumption that Earth exists in a relatively stable cosmic environment, protected by distance, probability, and time. We plan futures, build cities, and preserve history under the quiet belief that catastrophic events arrive slowly, if at all. But the sky has always told a different story. Hidden within layers of ice, rock, and ancient records is evidence of repeated disruption. Moments when the cosmos reached down and altered the course of life itself. These events were not gradual climate shifts or internal upheavals, but sudden encounters driven by forces far beyond Earth's control. For most of human history, their causes were invisible, their timing unknowable. What makes this warning unsettling is its persistence. Across cultures separated by geography and time, similar observations appear, describing unusual lights, falling stars, and cycles of destruction followed by renewal. Long dismissed as coincidence or symbolism, these accounts gain new meaning when placed alongside modern data. Slowly, a realization emerges that the sky has been speaking for far longer than humanity has been listening carefully. And if that message has endured across ages, then it may not be a relic of the past, but a reminder written into the fabric of our shared future. As scientists began connecting ancient observations with modern evidence, a more unsettling pattern started to take shape, because the sky's warnings were not symbolic, but physical. Geological layers revealed abrupt disruptions marked by rare elements and fractured formations, signatures of events that could not be explained by slow, terrestrial processes alone. These markers appeared again and again, separated by vast spans of time, yet eerily consistent in their impact. Advances in astronomy added another layer to the story. Objects moving through the solar system were cataloged with increasing precision, revealing populations of asteroids and comets whose paths occasionally intersected with Earth's orbit. Individually, these bodies posed minimal concern, but collectively, they formed a dynamic system shaped by gravity and chance, capable of delivering sudden change without regard for life below. What made the pattern disturbing was its indifference. Impacts were not targeted, timed, or meaningful in any intentional sense. They arrived according to probability, guided by orbital mechanics that cared nothing for ecosystems, civilizations, or continuity. The sky did not choose moments of vulnerability. It simply followed its own rules. As models improved, scientists began reconstructing past events with greater clarity, linking mass extinctions and abrupt climate shifts to impacts that occurred far beyond the scale of human experience. These were not distant cosmic stories, but chapters written directly into Earth's biological history, shaping evolution through interruption rather than gradual adaptation. The realization forced a difficult shift in perspective. Earth's relative stability was not guaranteed by isolation, but by timing and luck. The sky had always been capable of rewriting the rules of life, and it had done so before, leaving behind a warning etched into stone and ice rather than memory. Understanding that pattern did not inspire panic, but it replaced comfort with responsibility. For the first time, Humanity possessed the tools to recognize the warning not as myth or inevitability, but as information that demanded attention. The conflict emerged as humanity faced the implications of truly understanding the warning written above, because knowledge transforms randomness into responsibility. Once impacts were recognized not as rare anomalies, but as recurring features of a dynamic solar system, ignoring them became a choice rather than an oversight. Scientists debated how seriously the risk should be taken, balancing statistical rarity against catastrophic consequence. Some argued that focusing too much on unlikely events diverted attention from immediate terrestrial problems, while others countered that the scale of potential impact demanded preparation regardless of probability. The tension was not scientific alone, but philosophical, questioning how societies decide which futures are worth protecting. At the same time, detection efforts revealed uncomfortable limitations. Even with advanced telescopes, many objects remained unseen, especially those approaching from directions difficult to monitor. The warning was clear, yet incomplete, reminding humanity that awareness does not equate to control. Every new discovery brought relief, but also reinforced how much remained hidden. This uncertainty created a paradox. The better we understood the threat, the more apparent our vulnerability became. Plans for deflection and mitigation were discussed, modeled, and debated, but translating theory into reliable action proved complex. Changing the course of a celestial body required precision, cooperation, and foresight on a scale rarely achieved. Beneath the technical challenges lay a deeper conflict about responsibility across time. Preparing for events that might occur centuries from now demands patience and coordination beyond political cycles or individual lifespans. The sky's warning asked humanity not only to listen, but to act on behalf of generations that would never know the effort involved. In confronting that challenge, the story shifted from ancient observation to modern choice, placing humanity at a crossroads between acknowledgement and neglect. The climax of this story arrives with a quiet but profound realization that the warning written in the sky is no longer beyond human comprehension or response. For the first time, Earth possesses the ability to detect potential threats years or even decades in advance, transforming ancient cycles of destruction into challenges that can be measured, tracked, and, in theory, altered. This shift reframes humanity's relationship with the cosmos. The sky is no longer just a source of fate, but a system that can be studied and anticipated. That does not eliminate risk, but it replaces helplessness with responsibility, forcing a choice between passive observation and active stewardship of our planet's future. The resolution is not a declaration of safety, but of awareness. Earth remains part of a dynamic environment shaped by chance encounters and long timescales, yet knowledge has changed the balance. The warning that once arrived as sudden catastrophe now arrives as data, demanding preparation rather than resignation. In a broader sense, this story reflects humanity's evolving role in the universe. We began as observers, reading the sky for signs of survival. Now, we are participants, capable of altering outcomes that once seemed inevitable. That transition carries both promise and burden, because the consequences of inaction are no longer unknowable. When we look up today, the sky still holds the same dangers it always has, but it also holds an opportunity, the chance to break an ancient cycle through foresight and cooperation. The oldest warning remains, not as a prophecy of doom, but as a test of whether knowledge will be matched by responsibility. So what do you think? Are we finally ready to listen to what the sky has been telling us all along?